The LMS action continues here at the PKSP ground number 2. We have our second match of the day. The ground number 1, beg your pardon. We have our second match of the day. And Electrifying Bluez in their purple and black are in for a first shot with the bat in hand. We're into over number 1. Saddam Hussein Ronnie, the bowler from Executive Gladiators, started proceedings for them. Seen a struggle with the bat from both the teams in the previous game. Let's hope for a better show by both sets of batters in this particular match. Murad Hussain Azad is the bowler. Did not bounce a lot. It's just floating them in, not putting in a lot of effort in terms of pace. And this kind of a wicket, bowlers such as Murad Hussain can be effective with the lack of pace. Actually letting the batters generate all the power they can. Both the batters are off the mark now. The opening partnership of Bulbul Ahmed Tuhin and Arifin Rahman Arifin. Something around 150 to 60 could be good in the context of the situation. Nicely timed. We'll find the gap. Someone has to go and fetch that. The first boundary of the innings from Bulbul. Struck that very well. Square of the wicket, not an easy shot to play. The bowler immediately goes and has a jersey change, exchanging jerseys with his fellow teammate as we're ready for the second over of this match. It's EB versus EG, Electrifying Bluez, going head to head against Executive Gladiators. You're watching us live from the relevant LMS platforms. That's aerial. One bounce into the fielder. Just pick up a single. So they'll look to find those boundaries as well as pick up the singles that are available. Pulled away, but there is a fielder. He's bowling to his field. Saddam Hussein Ronnie. Would want to avoid bowling too straight. Has got protection in the offside. A deep extra cover, a long off, a deep third as well. So look to try and bowl outside the off stump. Much quicker there. But a wide called. The effort ball not working out for the bowler. As long as there's wickets in hand, the batting side would feel they can accelerate. Oh, that's top edge. The bowler will take it. No, he won't. Straight in and straight out from the hands of Saddam Hussein Ronnie, and he has nobody else to blame but himself. Was a comparatively easy catch to take, and instead fluffs that. The opportunity to pick up a first wicket is not taken by the Executive Gladiators bowler, and he follows that up with a wide. So frustrations running for Saddam Hussein at the moment. Surely the dropped catch would be in his head at the moment. Needs to get out of that situation as quickly as he can. Another wide, struggling. The end of the over. After 2, the Blues are 14 for no loss. Keeper stands up. Slower delivery to start over number 3. He's bowled an over previously. Azad given away 6 runs. Conceded just 1 boundary, but racked up a few dot balls in the process as well. So he's got a good start, decent start. Looks to have a certain level of control. That is a massive appeal. The umpire has decided that the batter is safe. The fielding side did not prolong the appeal. The game moves on. Slightly wide outside off, nicely driven. Beautiful shot. The timing was just about perfect from Arifin, and he picks up his first boundary. So slowly but steadily, this opening stand is putting up a statement partnership here. 20 for no loss. Ooh. Slightly unorthodox bowling action, rotating his arm thrice before he let the ball go. Just trying to play with the mind of the batter, trying something different here. We've seen bowlers come in, use their wrists to bowl different kind of variations, and now the bowler's trying to do something different by entirely remodeling his bowling action for a delivery or two, just to play with the focus of the batters. Yet another over comes to an end after 3. It's 22 for no loss. New over begins. Again, Arifin showing that he's pretty strong square of the offside. Anything that's in and around the 5th stump corridor, he's trying to drive them, to cut them as well. Plays it with a straight bat. No risk taken. Good start to the over from Rashid, who's in his first over. An appeal. A polite inquiry by the bowler. The umpire seems unmoved. We haven't seen the umpires give too many leg before decisions in favor of the bowling side. There's a rotation of strikes, so just a couple of runs from this over, just one more delivery to go. This has been a very, very disciplined effort. Again, it's got a quick release, very swift rotation of the arms before he releases the delivery. Batters will go for a second. Some encouragement from his teammates as Arifin takes the second run quite easily in the end. The end of over number 4, just 4 runs of it. Electrifying Blues are 26 for no loss. Full goes for that drive, but there is a fielder. So the proceedings today, haven't seen a lot of big hits. Batters have generally struggled to adapt to the kind of bounce and movement at times. Some turn as well, as we saw in the previous delivery. Again, flights that. Lofted hit. One bounce into the fielder at long on. The constant advice from the keeper standing behind the stumps to the bowler is to flight the ball and entice the batter for those big shots. Again flighted. Top edge. Some work for the keeper. Oh, misses out. A story of almost for the wicketkeeper there. Sprinted almost immediately, but still could not reach to that ball soon enough. Could he have done better? I think he's the only one who could answer that. Shorter. Waited for it off the back foot. Some work for the fielder at long off, and he makes a hash out of it. That's not good fielding. Went through him. End of the over. Fahimul Haq would be disappointed to concede a boundary from his final delivery. After 5, it's 33 for no loss and time for change in voices. In comes Alif Tasnim.
Thank you so much, Ahmed bin Parvez. After 5, it's 33 for none. The Blues, they're having a decent start in the second game of Bosundhara Sports City LM's Dhaka League. Inside edge, Murshidul Rashid has bowled really well in his first over. Went for only 4. And once again, very good commencement in his second over as well. Go straight! 6 is written all over it. Wow! This was a monstrous strike from Bulbul Ahmed Tuhin. It was in the slot and he bludgeoned the ball with a lot of disdain. A great fight back, that must be said. The first delivery where he was almost squared up, and the second delivery, his hit with a lot of power and precision. We'll take a single right after the 6. So this is very good batting, that must be said. And this single brings Arifin on the striking end. He hits it straight to the fielder at deep cover. So that's the end of the 6th. After 6, it's 42 for none. That's a boundary. Down the leg and easy pickings for someone like Mohammad Arifin Rahman. He looks to be a very interesting guy. A strong one who loves hitting the ball belligerently. Once again, nicely guided towards deep third just for a single. Wow, it's a cracking stroke. In between two fielder, it reaches the fence like a treasure bullet. And this brings the team 50 as well on the board. It's 51 for none. But what about that piece of batting? Bulbul Ahmed Tuhin is having a bat with a ball. Flighted. Was in the air for a while and eventually went to one of the fielders. A single to complete his seventh. After 7, it's 53 for none. So it's Oni Khan playing Elvis after almost a year. Good delivery, a quicker one, wide outside the off stump. All of a sudden, more pace generated from Oni. Right arm off spinner who loves skidding the ball, not to turn. Is a genuine all-rounder. Straight to the fielder will just be a single. Has done a bit of commentary as well. Has been one of that original voices of Last Man Stands Bangladesh. Oni Khan. Was having a little chat earlier before this game with Oni, and he mentioned that he has been playing LMS after a year, so it's going to be slightly difficult for him to adjust, but it doesn't seem to be. At least through his bowling, the way he is delivering, it seems like he has been in the scene for a long time and playing right from the beginning of the season. 5 runs from the first 4, but he's bowled so well. Has hit the optimal areas to bother the batters as much as possible. And a single to complete his first over after 8:59 for none, the Blues. A good ball to kickstart the 9th over. SM Fahimul Haq. It seems like the spinners has taken that responsibility Oh, it's not a good delivery. Although there's a fielder. Oh my goodness, it doesn't reach it. For a moment, I thought it will land in the hands of the fielder, but doesn't somehow reach the fielder. Although it was a poor delivery, almost a long hop for the batter. Arifin Rahman just missed out an opportunity. It's a gift and it's been accepted gleefully. Well, if you offer a delivery to Bulbul Hamid Tuhin like this, he will never gonna miss out. Absolutely a long hop. And he has thumped it over cow corner for the maximum. Arifin Rahman was enthusiastic to take the bat of Bulbul Ahmed Tuhin. No, he's brought a band of bats and he's changed that because he reckons the bat was the problem. That's the reason why he missed out that last opportunity of hitting a six. Oh, better! A great comeback from Fahimul Haq. Right after the short delivery, a fuller one that had a lot of turn as well and some bounce. Bulbul Ahmed Tuhin was beaten, all ends up. He goes again. Lot of height, not distance. Fielder lining up. Fielder overran and missed that opportunity. He should have done better. It was Oni Khan who misjudged it and eventually couldn't really latch on. So that's the end of the ninth over. A fruitful over for Electrifying Bluez. After 9, it's 67 for none. Oni Khan comes back to bowl. Well, it's not a very good start for him. He's bowled a very good first over, but this is not the start that he was expecting, certainly down the leg. And the length was also incorrect. Hence, the umpire called a wide. Well bowled. Some air time and also tossed up. Tuhin was really interested to go for another big hoik, but he didn't really find that room to free his arms. Well, what was that? It's a beamer and no ball, of course, so it will be a free hit from Oni Khan. Oh, it's all happening. It's all happening. The fielder also made a fumble, so all of a sudden, the executive Gladiator side are facing a lot of hustle. Oh, shot! It's a lusty blow. And this has the wings of birds to fly. Tuhin moves on to 45. And Oni Khan has been greeted with a 6. It was a free hit ball, and he took the full toll of the free hit. Nicely played once again. Just presenting the face of the bat. Isn't really offering much of a stroke behind the shot. Just placing it and taking a single. Well, down the leg, that's the second bite of this over from Oni Khan. So this will be deemed as a legal delivery, although 3 runs will be penalized. So after 10, Electrifying Bluez are 83 for none, and there will be a change of voice in the comm box. In comes Ahmed bin Parvez.
Sounded so good off the bat. Immediate impact once again from the batter. And he raises his bat. He scored a 50 as he proudly walks back. Fantastic knock from Bulbul Ahmed Tuhin. Happy faces in the dugout as well. He's done his job. And would obviously hope his teammates can carry on the momentum that is built with this innings. Very happy man out there, Tuhin. He's got a good willow in his hand. Some words of advice to the new batter who's walking in as well as he poses for the photographers. It's been a cracking start to the innings from the Electrifying Blues. They've been electric with the bat. They found the boundaries at regular intervals and they have kept all their wickets intact. Could be proving very, very vital as they go ahead to post a big total on the board. The wicket's not looking as bad as it was previously. Initially, the batters were finding it quite difficult in the early morning. The morning game did not see a lot of runs. This match, so far, seems like the batters have well adjusted to the conditions. They're feeling comfortable. Leg spin deployed from the far end. Faimul Haq into his third over. It's been a tad bit expensive, conceding 22 runs overall from his 2.2. Has a big task in his hand, would want to pick up a wicket. Nicely guided. The keeper makes that long sprint almost towards the boundary ropes. An easy couple of runs for the batters in the process. Nothing much that the bowler or the keeper could do. Slightly shorter. Bowled that quick enough. Was intelligent batting from Arifin, who's on 38, also fast approaching his half century. The other opener has been on show since the beginning of this innings. 2 steps, nicely bowled, extra bounce, some bits of turn as well. Oh, that swept nicely. That's a slog you'd like to see. Ball goes all the way and Arifin has moved on to 44. One more big hit and he'd be back in the hut. Another opener that could retire himself after scoring his 50 as well. Following the footsteps of Tuhin, who already scored a 50 and went back. Just 2 runs short of the team 100 here, Electrifying Bluez. Some time taken there by the bowler. Batter is also taking his opportunity to have a look at the field setup. Pretty conventional field for the right-handed batter. Long off, long on, deep extra cover, deep mid-wicket. A deep third. And a deep square leg as well. Full toss. Did not take full toll of it, the batter. Will just pick up a single there. His second run, Sabbir Islam, the new batter in, picked up 2 of 2. A chase for the fielder at long on. Will stop that. Just in time for the batters to pick up a single as well. Attempted forward defense, but finds the outside edge. Chase for the keeper once again. It's been pretty busy behind the stumps, especially against the spinners. Not easy when the ball is turning and bouncing, and then a few of them keeping low. He's done a good job. Will he go for the big one? Drives it nicely. Pick up another single though. Six of the first delivery, followed by, in fact, 4 singles taken. The first 4 deliveries of this over. It's been a good one from Murshidul Rashid. Bowled that one quickly. Batter wasn't able to judge the pace of the ball. And end of another over. Team 100 comes up as well. 102 for no loss after 12 overs, and that's how the bowling card looks like. Arifin on 46. Will look to hit the first ball probably for a big one, and then walk back and give an opportunity to his other teammates to come out to bat. Electrifying Bluez already 102, and they have all their wickets intact. In comes Zihan Hawk. Beautifully struck with power and finds the gap as well. That's his 50. That's 50 for Arifin Rahman Arifin as he walks back. Another batter will have to come in. He's done his job. 106 for no loss. Electrifying Bluez. Well set to go and at least post something in excess of 180. Could be 200 as well if they bat well. The bowlers from Executive Gladiators finding it hard to stop the flow of runs. They haven't picked up a wicket as well. There were opportunities. Cotton bowled opportunity missed early on. A few catching opportunities that the fielders weren't brave enough to try and take them. They've got quite a few spin options, it seems like. Zihan Hawk into his second over. A lot of wrist spinners in this team. It's got a pretty unorthodox action coming in around the wicket. Left arm wrist spinner. Trying to bowl the ball quickly, not relying a lot on turn. This time he flights that, almost contradictory to what we saw in the previous few deliveries. And the edge gives the batters another single. It's been a good start to the over. A couple of dots and then just the 1 run taken. So the 2 new batters in. Responsibility entrusted onto them to keep up to the momentum that the 2 openers have given this innings. Waited for it. Still can't find the gap here. This is good bowling. He's bowling to his field here, Zihan Hawk. Sometimes as a batting side, when you've got a very good platform, tend to think out of the box, try to hit those balls too hard. Probably would be better off just timing them, finding the gaps. Lots of gaps to be found. There is a big gap straight down the ground in between the long off and long on fielders. On the leg side behind the square, there are spaces to be taken. Big expansive gaps to the covers as well. So there are options. The batters will need to be patient enough and pick the right deliveries to go for those big ones. None of the batters so far have timed the ball well, especially after both the openers went back, both of them scoring 50s. Arifin and Tuhin, the two openers. Cheeky sweep there. Will still just get a single. Again, slightly short and quick. $107 now. So after scoring the 100, the momentum has drastically fallen in this innings, and especially the two new batters are struggling to find those gaps. He's trying to find it through long off. There is a fielder and he's taken it finally. Patience and perseverance pays off for the executive Gladiators side as the fielder at long off doesn't make a mistake this time. The first wicket falls for Electrifying Bluez. Samir Chaudhuri Sam, beg your pardon, he's got to go. No runs to his name, played the 3 deliveries as the new batter gradually walks in. So the first wicket down for Electrifying Bluez. Oh, will that be a no ball? Yes, signaled a no ball. A very high full toss. Absolutely lost control. Oh, hit the stumps, but the batter will still stand because that was a free hit delivery. Slightly unlucky the bowler there, but of course will be happy that he minimized the casualty in terms of runs conceded from the free hit ball. That was flighted, lost his shape a bit, trying to drive it through the off, the ball going on to the mid wicket or the cow corner region. One more run taken. End of another over. Over number 13 done. 111 for 1. We hope to give you the updated scores as well. There's some technical issues with the scoreboard, the scorecard. A very late cut. And a positive result for the batter as well. That was cheeky. Made full use of the pace of the delivery. Played it so late. And he got the gap. Long chase from the keeper in vain. 116 for 1 with that boundary from the first delivery of the over. Will be an important over for the batting side. I think they'll want to go big. Zihan Hawk into his third over. None for 22. Left arm wrist spinner. Samir Chaudhuri Sam on strike. Oh, that's way outside off. Projected score 163. They'll surely want more than that from here on. They've got lots of wickets in hand. The two openers are still there waiting for their turn. Just a single on that occasion. He's trying to bowl his overs quick. Jishan Hawk. Or Zihan Hawk. Beg your pardon. That's slightly mistimed. Probably good that the batter did not time it well enough. It was hit flat. Could have easily reached the long on fielder had he struck that sweetly. A single is the result. 120 on the board now. The previous game we saw 141 being scored by the team batting first from their 18 overs. That was easily defended in the end. It was a batting collapse for the chasing side. Takes quite a few steps and then with that release beats the batter. End of the over. 15 done, 120 for 1 and time for change in the com box. Alif Tasnim will be joining you guys.
Swung away. And swung away for a boundary. Kamrul Islam Saad has got a 4 in the first ball of the 16th. Morshidul Rashid went expensive in the last over, conceded 16 runs. And once again, he has been greeted with a boundary in the second spell. Throws it wide outside the off stump. Concedes a single. There's Rashid. The business end is approaching, and the batters, of course, will be eyeing for those fireworks against the bowlers. Once again, a hint of that. Aggressive intent from Samir Chaudhuri Sam. Although he gets a single only. It was really quick. The fielder couldn't really reach to his position after collecting the last. Oh, it's cotton bowled. What was that? This was sensational. Immaculate effort from the bowler. It was hit so hard. Within a fraction of a second, it reached the bowler. He snaffles the catch. Morshidul Rashid gets his first wicket. It's 126 for 2. Suad Luba Brahman Pushon, the new man in. He gets a single, and that's the end of a very fruitful over for Executive Gladiators after 16. It's 127 for 2. Inside edge, onto the pads. Samir Chaudhary Sam is struggling against Murad Hossain Ajad. And he's someone who really bothers the batters with his slow deliveries. Not much of a pace behind it. There is always an ambivalence in the mind of the batters whether to go for that big shot or not. Oh my goodness, the keeper made a hash of a thing. And the ball went through everyone, the batter, the keeper, and of course the fielder as well. So 4 byes. The bowler Ajad is firmly disappointed with the effort of the keeper. He should have done better, of course. It was pitched up, and the ball kept a little low as well. So overall, the keeper couldn't really collect. 132 on the board for the Blues. Samir Chaudhary Sam is batting on 5 from 10. I reckon he needs to accelerate. The frustration is very much evident as we could hear that scream from Sam. He's highly disappointed for missing out that opportunity as he mistimed. And this cases of mistiming happen quite often. It's a lovely stroke. Fielder will watch it sail over his head for 6. So Luba Brahman Pushan gets his first boundary in a form of 6, and that's the completion of the 16th over, in fact. The 17, I beg your pardon, 17, it's 139 for 2. Saddam Hussein Ronnie for the 18th over. And bowls a very first delivery, which is outside the off stump, and there was a bit of away swing as well. Samir Chaudhary Sam advanced down the pitch, but there wasn't enough connection. It's a lovely shot, but straight to the fielder just for a single. All these live pictures are coming to you from Puberga Kriya Shikha Pratishthan Ground 1. It's Bosundhara Sports City LMS Dhaka League powered by Ace. In the gap, and will bisect the fielders. It was turning out to be a good over from Saddam Hussein Ronnie, but all of a sudden, a freebie, a juicy full toss to Samir Chaudhary Sam, and that's been dealt with a lot of disdain. A very good delivery to complete the over. 6 runs from it after 18. It's 145 for 2. Swung away leg side and swung away for a boundary. Lubab Rahman Pushan has decided to cut loose, and he has to because this is the penultimate over of this innings. He needs to get this quick runs as the score moves up to 149. Once again, it's Mohammad Murad Hussain Ajad who has been assigned to bowl the 19th over. Struck hard, but there is a fielder to protect the boundary. Last man stands. It's a different format of playing cricket. That must be said that it's a fast-paced format which is designed for the amateur cricketers. It's played throughout the globe. Comes down the pitch, does Pushan, but plays a miss it, which lands safely in the no man's land. Only a single as a result. Hit straight downtown, but once again a fielder intervenes. 150 on the board for the Blues in this over. After 19, it's 152 for 2. The final over begins. On the pads, clipped away, but a fielder will be there. And this is good piece of running between the wickets. The batters have converted the single into a double, courtesy of Lubab Rahman Pushan. He's batted well in the death overs, that must be said. He just needs to finish well. Straight up, will land safely. Yet again, it's a very good piece of running between the wickets. Couple of runs fetched, so 4 runs from the first couple of deliveries. It's a good score, that must be said, for Electrifying Bluez. From the inception, the pitch hasn't really acted like a belter of a wicket. Hit straight down the ground. One bounce into the fence. No, it's gone all the way. It's gone all the way. The bounce was over the rope. It's a 6 down the ground from the bat of Pushan. The score moves up to 162, and there is a rule, of course. If the last delivery of an innings goes for a 6, then it will be 12. And it's a run out. It's a run out. It was hit straight back to the bowler. Then again, the batters were running for it. And that's the end of Soed Lubab Rahman Pushan. He's played a belligerent knock, that must be said. 25 runs from 10 deliveries. And this was really handy for the Blues, at least for the last phase of this innings. It's 62 for 3. Edged away. Away from the fielder as well. No, he does well. He does really well. Oni Khan was there at deep third, and he's really saved 3 runs for the sake of his team. Otherwise, this was a boundary for sure. So that's the completion of the first innings. Electrifying Blues have managed 163 on the board in loss of 3 wickets. The Gladiators have to fight and fight a hard battle. 164 will be their target. Let's see how they really chase down this total. We're taking a short break. We'll be right back with the hunt of runs.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the run chase for the executive Gladiators. Target is 164. Back in the center. Another enthralling encounter awaits us. It's been a decent score posted on the board by the Electrifying Bluez. Now they have a task in hand. Sabbir Islam is the bowler who's going to kick off proceedings. The two openers are all in readiness. And here we go. A good first delivery. Beats the batter outside off. In the correct channels right away. Quicker bowlers have found some joy in this wicket. We've seen that throughout the day so far. Probably will enjoy bowling here. Oh, cheeky! There is deep third in place, quite fine, almost behind the keeper. Batters will run for the single, which kickstarts the executive Gladiators innings. A target of 164. It's a good field setup for a quick bowler. To have your deep third slightly finer rather than square. Might be able to cut off a few runs which come from the edges or from those improvised shots that the batters would try to attempt. Played with soft hands. Will fetch him a single. So both the batters are off the mark. They have a template in their head for sure. Electrifying Bluez in their opening stand posted almost 100. Both the openers getting their 50s. So that would be something in the back of the minds of the openers here, of the executive Gladiators, as they look to chase 164 down. Slightly fuller this time. Straight to the fielder and another single in the process. No boundaries yet in this innings. It's going to be a challenge for both the batters. They need to pick a boundary at least every over. That should be the plan. Again, played with a straight bat. Timing them well. The only issue is they still haven't found those gaps that they need. End of over number 1. It's 4 for no loss. Sliced away for a single there. Still dealing in those singles. Batters still feel comfortable. Just trying to get a feel of how the pitch is behaving. What they need to do. They have a target to chase. They know very well won't be able to just milk those singles and reach that total. They will need to find the boundary ropes. Will this find the boundary rope? No. Speed on the ball receded as it approached the boundary ropes, and then It just stopped. So just a couple of runs there. A better timed shot could have fetched him a boundary. Murad Hossain Azad is the opener on strike. Again, makes use of the pace of the ball. There is a fielder. Oh, could be a run-out opportunity. He has to track back. The throw wasn't very good. Miscommunication on both ends. Both the batters trying to discuss about what they should have done right. Maybe there was a second run on, but Yasin Sheikh was not interested at all. A better throw could have been trouble for the openers. Puts in a big jump, big effort while he's bowling. Imran Limon. He's got a strong shoulder. He's trying to hit the deck hard. As the batters fetch another single in the process. No confusion this time around. But they're still looking for their first boundary of this innings. The call is for 2. The keeper will run and keep it to a single. This is brilliant bowling and brilliant fielding as well from Electrifying Bluez. They've been upbeat in the field, and the scoreboard gives the reflection of exactly what's happening in the middle. After 2, it's just 10 for no loss. Effort ball there, straight away into his second over. Sabbir Islam looked to be bowling slightly slower in his previous over, and suddenly looks like he's warmed up well. He's charging in. That one kept low outside the off. The batter failed to make connection. 6 of 7, Murad Hossain Azad. They've done it so far in singles and doubles. Again, a delicate edge, but the ball goes straight to the fielder at deep third. That's been a very important field position for the bowler. Seen quite a few balls edge towards that area. Having a fielder there is paying dividends for the bowling side. Another single once again. A dot and a single. It's been a quiet over so far. Ooh, goes for the big one. He had to. All of a sudden, a rush of blood. The batter, his eyes lit up when he saw the ball coming in full enough. Tried to clear the mid-wicket field. It fails to make connection once again. So both the batters suddenly eyeing those boundaries. Goes for it, slices it. The timing is not right, and the batters will only pick up a single. In a shorter format game, it's not necessary to pick up wickets to put the opponent under pressure. Dot ball pressure has a lot to tell in this situation as well. Slightly shorter, cut away for a single once again. Still not enough. After 3, 13 for no loss. And that's the batting card. The two openers, one on 8, the other on 5. They need to go at over 13 and over from here to win this game. Oh, that's cheeky, but straight to the fielder, or no, over his head. Just look at the timing on that shot. I'm pretty much sure he practiced that in the nets for long hours because it looked like it's one of his natural go-to shots. We've seen him do it in a previous occasion. The timing wasn't right, but this time it was perfect. And the first boundary of this innings. Down the leg, good take by the keeper. Could have cost him more had he not been able to grasp onto that. And suddenly the runs are starting to flow. Imran Limon into his second over. He's trying to bowl too quick, it seems. Lost his control in the process. Needs to keep it tighter. That's short. Got away for a single. An extraordinary shot from the batter Murad Hossain Azad just a couple of balls ago. Reverse scooped it over deep third's head. It's almost an international level stroke from the batter. Much better. Oh, the finger goes up. Almost reminded us of how Jofra Archer got Shomo Sarkar out in the 2019 World Cup. Although the ball flew off, took the bails and also raced away to the boundary ropes. And this time it hit the stumps and then went straight to the keeper's gloves. So he bowled quick and he got his reward here. The first wicket down. Imran Limon picks up his first. 21 for 1. Executive Gladiators. So the first wicket down and the new man comes in. Tanjim Saif. Another right-hand bat. Beaten outside off. Look at that pace and bounce generated by Imran Limon. He loves bowling quick. It gives that aura of a quick bowler who believes his pace can cause trouble. So he's not compromising on pace whatsoever. He's got a big jump. It's bowled outside off once again. What an over it has been. Conceded a 6 initially, but came back with a wicket. Couple of dot balls as well. Imran Limon completes his second after 4. It's 21 for 1. The beginning of the 5th over and another single taken. So the required run rate is quite high. Still need 142 runs and they have only 79 balls to get to that. The target is 164. They'll need more of those boundaries now. Even if they've cost them a couple of wickets, they need to go for those big shots. Steps out, some intent shown from the batter, but the execution was not up to the mark. Murad Hossain Azad has gone off to 17 of 14, has never looked comfortable. The only memorable shot was that reverse scoop over deep third. If the bowler keeps on bowling outside off, he might as well go for another one similar to that. Goes for the straight drive. The ball was dying down on him. No bounce whatsoever. It's been a struggle for the top order batters of executive Gladiators. He's taking a leg stump guard now. Murad Hossain Azad exposing all three stumps, stepping out, trying to reach the pitch of the ball. Again a slice. Not middling it at all. Will pick up a single. Another excellent over comes to an end. Mir Sabbir Islam hasn't picked up a wicket, but has been equally as effective. His 3 overs for just 10. After 5, executive Gladiators are 24 for 1. And time for change in the com box. Alif Tasnim joins us.
Thank you so much, Purvis. A single in the second delivery of the 6th over. Murad Hossain Azad is going almost runnable, 19 from 18 after this single is taken. Tanzim Saif is at number 3. Swing and a miss. Past the outside edge. Kamrul Islam Saad has done this persistently in last man stands forever. That he loves to bowl the length ball and beat the bat of the right-handed batter. It's a wide delivery outside the off stump. Once again, that length ball, but the line wasn't the right one. It pitched outside the off stump and then the ball moved further away. A mistime pull, but will land safely. If there was a mid-on fielder, then it would be curtains for sure. Tanzim Saif had to take that long walk back. But this is last man stands, an 8-a-side game. So usually the fielders are deployed to protect the boundaries rather than saving the singles. End of the sixth over, it's 27 for 1. That's cut away straight to the fielder at deep point. It's a long way to go for the Gladiators. 136 to get from 69 deliveries. So it's going to be an uphill battle, but the batters can really make it possible. It will be important for them to milk the runs, and of course, opportunities will arrive to hit the long balls. Straight to the fielder, should be taken. Easy as you like. A sitter, and it's been pouched. A runnable knock comes to an end from Murad Hussain Ajad. A fuller delivery, his eyes really lit up for playing that extravagant stroke. But he found the fielder at long off. Executive Gladiators loses their second. It's 28 for 2. Oni Khan, the new man in at number 4, is a vastly experienced campaigner, as we discussed about him previously, playing LMS for a long time. And as we mentioned in the first innings as well, that he was also a member of the Last Man Stands commentary panel initially. Well bowled, whiskers away from the bat. Mir Sabir Islam is into his fourth over, and he's bowled magnificently. Went for only 12, and the wicket as well of Murad Hussain Ajad. If he concedes the 6, then again it will be a great spell from him. Appeal, but no response. So the completion of a very good spell from Sabir. 4 overs, 12 runs, and a wicket as well. After 7, it's 29 for 2. A soft push through the offside just for a single. Oni Khan is trying to get run a ball now and settle in the middle. Tanzim Saif is batting on 4 from 9, and he's the one who needs to cut loose now. Down the leg, called a wide. Mushfiq Nitol, the umpire, stretches his arms to call this one a wide. Two officials for this game are Mushfiq Nitol and Omar Farooq Russell, and it's a very tedious job to officiate games under the heat. Down the leg, yet again, off the pads. Long chase for the keeper, and he eventually somehow stops the ball from going to the fence. Well, there was a big gap in that zone because the fielder was a deep back but square leg. So it was rather an easier opportunity for the keeper to chase that, and he did that. So a couple of runs fetched from the last one, 33 for 2. Executive Gladiators. They have to fight like the Gladiators, of course, because it's not going to be easy to score 164 from 20 overs. Short and wide, asking to be punished. Tanzim Saif has thrown the kitchen sink at that one. The gap was between the deep third fielder and the point fielder. Hence, he really decided to pierce that gap. The ball went through gully. Slower. Took the pace off the bowler. And the batter was equal to the task as well. Wrapped on the pads. A vigorous appeal, but not given. End of the 8th over, it's 39 for 2. Samir Chaudhary Sam, the leg spinner, comes out to bowl for the first time in this match. Interesting name. And it's good to see leg spinner from both the sides. In fact, in both the games we have seen leg spinners. Well, it was a poor delivery, that must be said. Short in length, also sliding down the leg. It was the wrong one, but the length and the line wasn't the best. He should have tossed it up, and also the the line should be within the stumps. You can't really pitch it outside the leg stump. Better, way better. On the stumps, and fuller as well. So this is what he should be trying to do, rather than bowling it short. And also the leg side deliveries. Quicker one, also much fuller than the last delivery. Tenzim Saif just drives it through the covers and picks up a single. It's 43 for 2 now. The Gladiators. Flighted. Wow. All of a sudden, the batter really changed his mind. Initially, he was looking to go for a big blow, and eventually, he decides to play a defensive stroke. A single to complete the ninth over, with the score being 44 for 2. Bottom edge. The ball trickles down to tee back but square leg once again just for a single. Oni Khan is batting runner ball, almost runner ball. 5 from 6. He might be finding the right time to accelerate. Got a full toss. Couldn't really make the most of it. Things are getting difficult for the Gladiators now. They have to get boundaries. The boundaries have already dried up, and the runs are also not flowing. A good delivery, slightly quicker, and the batter was beaten by the pace. A mistimed pull. There was no timing at all. Will just be a single. Tanzim Saif has been in the middle for quite some time, but then again, he's not really finding the middle of the blade. The struggle is very much evident, although Oni Khan is batting more fluently. Hasn't found a boundary yet. Then again, his batting looks more easeful than Tanzim Saif. It's a wide outside the off stump. If you look at the last 10 deliveries, apart from this wide, all ones. Oni Khan pulls it in front of square. A single to complete the 10th. After 10, it's 49 for 2, and it's the time of changing the ends, and there will be a change of voice in the com box as well. It's my pleasure to welcome Ahmed bin Parvez once again.
Thank you, Alif. A situation where executive gladiators will really need to go full throttle. They've barely reached the 50-run mark here into the 11th over. These are not very good signs. Another leg spinning option beats the keeper. The ball is racing away. The fielder giving a chase. Made a good chase in the end. Have to look at the umpire for his signal. Two leg by signal by the umpire. Another leg spinner on show. Sam. Changed ends, seems like. Yes. He's bowling from the far end. His previous over just conceded 4 runs. Tends to give it some flight, tends to bowl it full enough, allowing the batter to drive. But all of a sudden, batters find it difficult to time them, especially when the ball is coming in so slow. He's been bowling at the right speed here, Sam. And so far, from the looks of things, Tanzim Saif, who's been there since the beginning, is finding it very difficult to time those deliveries. Probably needs a change of his bat. Oni with that full-blooded attempted sweep shot, not timing it at all again. Lack of pace, creating problems for the batters. Another over quietly rolls by. Excellent bowling from Sam, just 3 runs from it. After 11, it's 53 for 2. Nicely struck. One bounce to the long on fielder though. He'll really want to get his timing right here. Tanzim Saif, 22 deliveries for his 16. It's been a real struggle for him. Oh, another very good delivery. Arifin has done it with the bat, scored a quick fire 50, and now is doing it with the ball as well. Deceptive bowler in his own right. Takes a couple of steps. Looks like wouldn't put a lot of force behind those balls, but at release point, suddenly flicks it on. The ball comes in very quickly to the batter. So 2 different types of spinners to contend with at the moment for the 2 batters. Bowled him! Hits the bullseye! Rewarded for some excellent bowling here, Arifin. And Electrifying Bluez are electrifying with their bowling performance at the moment. The 3rd wicket down, and the struggle ends. He's been there for quite some time, but has to walk back dejected, and probably he leaves his team in a situation where the other batters will have to carry the brunt of what he's left behind. 24 deliveries he's faced. Not a good knock in the context for sure, especially knowing what the target is. The new batter comes in, Murshidul Rashid. He's a strong lad. It will need to really time those balls right from the get-go. Arifin is upbeat, picked up a wicket right away into his 2nd over, just 7 runs conceded. This has been an excellent bowling performance from Electrifying Bluez and their bowlers. Driven straight away, gets off the mark, brings the captain onto the striker's end. Oni Khan as well has not had the best of outings so far. The end of over number 12, a successful one for the Blues. 56 for 3. Executive Gladiators after 12. Over number 13. And Sam's third over. First ball goes on for a single. Oni Khan back on strike, 10 of 13. Will need to go for those big shots now. It's now or never. No, he's going for that soft drive. Will give him another single. So far the intent from both the batters have been to play it safe, play according to the merit of the balls, but can they afford it for longer? That's flighted! And what a delivery to dismiss the new batter Rashid, who just walked in. The ball was flighted, and as it fell from the skies and hit the wicket, there was this wicket turn and the ball skidded onto the stumps and Rashid had no answers to it. Has been an excellent display of leg spin bowling from Sam. He's got all sorts of variations. At times, makes it look like he's looping the ball or flighting the ball way too much, but that has worked for him. The batters have not been able to judge the kind of turn and skid that he's getting. The ball is doing its magic, and so are Electrifying Bluez at the moment, on the ascendancy, strongly in a winning position in the game against Executive Gladiators. 58 for 4. The new man comes in, Fahimul Haq. Flicks it straight away. Some work for the fielder at deep fine leg. It's been a difficult journey for the batters in this innings. Oni Khan back on strike. The captain, the leader. Flights it once again, short. Misjudged the length. The keeper making a polite inquiry. Keeps his focus on as yet another over meanders by. After 13, it's 59 for 4. New over and a better result here. Fahimul Haq picks up his first boundary. It's been a long time coming. Finally gets a delivery from where he did find the gap. The new bowler has been welcomed with that 4. Steps out, hits it high, handsome. Goes all the way. 4 followed by a 6. This is a great start to the over. And the counter punch is on. Fahimul Haq, 11 of 3. Looking dangerous now. Lubab Rahman Pushan under a lot of pressure. That was the end from where Sam had been bowling. He's bowled out. Now they'll have to look for other options here. That was slow in the air. And off the back foot goes Fahimul. Gets the single. 11 from the first 3. They need a big over here. The Executive Gladiators. Again, stuck to the basics. Just a simple drive. Oni Khan still feels like he has that belief that they could go for the big charge later on. Oh, that's flat. That's hit hard. One bounce over the ropes. The over ends with a 4. An expensive one from Pushan. 16 of it after 14. It's 75 for 4. 89 needed of the final 6 overs. Spin and effective right away. This is Sam's 4th and final over. What a spell it has been from him so far. 1 for 10 from 3.1. Slower, and that's pulled away. Finally, an opportunity. A diving effort from the fielder. Not able to hold on to it in the end. An opportunity that came his way. It was the captain, Oni Khan, who went for that big shot through mid-wicket. Both the batters still finding it difficult to score runs off Sam. This is a much better shot, and it will go for the maximum. Fahimul Haq is on a roll, 22 of 6. 82 for 4. They need many of those. Trying to make a comeback here. 2 more deliveries to go. This is the first delivery where Sam has conceded a boundary in his entire spell. How is he going to react? Oh, bowls up, pace up delivery. Just look at that. Confidence from the bowler. He knew he had to do something different. Fahimul was taking a liking to those slower deliveries that sat onto him. And that was a seam-up delivery. Last over, in fact the last delivery of the over coming up. Again, quicker over the bowler's head. Fahimul gets a single to keep strike, and after 15, Executive Gladiators, 83 for 4. That is the batting card for you. And as we speak, there will be a change in the commentary box. Alif Tasneem will be joining you soon.
Thank you so much, Parvez. 84 for 4, the Gladiators. And things are looking ominous for them. That's gone. Oni Khan stepped down the pitch. And he has been stumped. Executive Gladiators loses another wicket. It's 84 for 5. So that was the fall of the fifth wicket. Oni Khan departed. And to replace Oni Khan, it's Ahmed Zihan Haq. Backs away does Zihan and punches it. So he gets a single in the first ball. The trouble continues for Executive Gladiators. They haven't really batted well right from the get-go. The batters struggled a lot, and of course they kept losing wickets in regular intervals. So that's what really created obstacles. But this shot will have no obstacles to fly all the way. This came from the meatiest part of the blade and flew like an aeroplane. Went miles all the way for a maximum. All of a sudden, SM Fahimul Haq is the one who is hitting those big blows and trying for a fight back. Once again, aerial. And 6 more. Back-to-back sixes for Fahimul Haq. And he's the one who's getting some move. Moved on to 36 from 11 with this 6. And the score moves up to 97 for 5. After 16, it's 97 for 5. It's Kamrul Islam Saad, who's just conceded a single in the second delivery of his third over, has bowled really frugally. That must be said. Into his third over, 2.2 to be precise, and only 11 runs given away. Short and banged for 6. Anything short, SM Fahimul Haq is gonna pounce on those. Yet again a short delivery. Had enough pace. But SM Fahimul Haq doesn't really bother about that. He's a very good puller of the cricket ball. We have seen that in the previous instances as well. Once again a short delivery. And he's really bludgeoned the ball. Goes again. Straight. Downtown. 6 more. Into the pond, which is adjacent to the ground. And the umpire has to look for a new ball perhaps. The 100 has come up in the meantime with these two lusty blows. It's 110 for 5. 54 needed of the last 16. It's of course possible, but SM Fahimul Haq has to depart if he scores 2 more runs. So that will be the problem for Executive Gladiators. There isn't much opportunity for Fahimul Haq to keep playing like this. Short once again, pull shot, shouts of catch it, fielder doesn't quite get the hold of it. In fact, the ball doesn't reach the fielder as well. So that's the end of the 17th over. It's Nelson on the board. After 17, it's 1-1-1 for 5. Screams of catch it, but doesn't reach the fielder. And it's the 50 for SM Fahimul Haq. A bludgeoning knock, that must be said, because 50 from 15 deliveries only, and the sixes that he hit were really eye pleasing. Due to the rule of LMS, he needs to report, but his team will be really happy to see his departure, because if he was in the middle, then they could be in the contention of the game. But now, I don't think it will be possible for them to score 52 from 14 unless someone else takes the role. Saddam Hussein Roni, the new man in, although Ahmed Zihan Haq will be on strike. Quicker from Imran Lemon. My fellow commentator Ahmed bin Parvez discussed about his pace and also the bounce that he extracts from the surface. And he's the one who doesn't really compromise with the pace that he has got. Once again, beats the batter by the pace. The proper usage of the pace that is seen from Imran Limon. He's going away from the batter's body and also offering that angle to shape the ball away. As we can see, the keeper now standing very wide from the stumps. Slightly edgy in the gap, and the batters should come back for an easy couple. That's pulled in front of square. Bit of stumble for the batter. It's 48 to get from the last 11. There has to be a flurry of boundaries for executive Gladiators. Off the pads. End of a very good over from the perspective of the Blues. Only 4 runs and a wicket as well. Not the wicket, in fact, the departure of the said batter. We'll talk about that later on. After 18, it's 117 for 5. Fuller driven to the fielder at cover. Will be a couple. So 45 needed from the last 9. Five runs per delivery. That's what they have to get. Looks for a scoop. Edges it. And the ball reaches the fence. A streaky boundary. But that's how Saddam Hussein Roni gets his first one. It's 123 for 5. Executive Gladiators. Once again, eyeing for that scoop, but that wasn't the perfect delivery for that shot. A pitched up one which has enough pace. So no room at all for Saddam Hussein Roni to scoop it over the head of the keeper. Bowled him. Hits the bullseye, does Kamrul Islam Saad. Has been rewarded for bowling Fuller. Saddam Hussein Ronnie was looking to be funky persistently and has paid the price for it. End of his short stay at the middle, and the only good thing about his departure is SM Fahimul Haq, the batter who has hit a 50, comes back to the middle. Fuller straight to the fielder. So that's the end of a very good penultimate over for the Blues. 40 will be needed from the final 5. After 19, it's 124 for 6. Here we go for the final over. On the pads, Fahimul hits it to the fielder. No room offered for the second one. Hit through the cover will result in a single only. Well, the match has completely slipped out of the hands of Executive Gladiators. I don't think it's possible for them to score 38 runs from 3 deliveries and a single now, which makes the equation 2 from 37. It's a certain victory for the Blues from this point in time. A single in the penultimate delivery of this innings, and this really affirms the upcoming victory for the Blues. Here we go for the last delivery. Fuller driven for a boundary, but that won't really matter because Electrifying Bluez have performed electrifyingly, and they have clinched a 31-run victory in this encounter of Basuന്ധরা Sports City LMS Dhaka League, powered by ACE and sponsored by T Sports. Congratulations to the Blues and commiserations to Executive Gladiators. As we are done with the broadcast of the second game of the day, we'll be right back with the third and the final game. Till then, stay with us. Goodbye for now.